Hello and welcome to Manga Tora 96, and today we have the review of One Piece chapter 1004 titled Kibidango. Before we cover the content of this week's chapter, on the cover this week we have Chopper, a squirrel and a monkey eating candy rumble balls. Going into this week's chapter, its content mainly focuses on Tama's power and how the Alliance uses her power like the title of this chapter suggests. We also see a bit of Frankie against Sasaki and how Sanji is dealing with Black Maria and her minions. For the cliffhanger of this chapter, we see how the Akazaya samurai are doing after being defeated by Kaido. Speaking of Kaido, we don't get to see his hybrid form in this chapter, as we didn't focus on what is going on the roof. I could see many fans being disappointed with this chapter, as they were hyped for the hybrid form from last chapter, and I agree that this is the weakest chapter in quite a while, but not because we didn't see Kaido's hybrid form. This chapter was weaker because half the chapter was focused on Tama's ability and the events that transpired for the most part like everyone was imagining they would. So the first half felt more like a chore to read than to get excited by it. Well, if nothing else, we finished this plot right so that we could focus on more interesting things. Now going into the chapter, we see Speed for the first time since Act 1 of Wano, if I remember correctly. She's giving Tama's Kibidangos to the other Smile users with the excuse that she got them from Queen and that they should help to heal the injured gifters faster. I quite like this way Oda went to get the other Smile users to eat the Kibidangos, rather than have Usopp fire the dangos into their mouths, which we do get in this chapter. But as it seems that the main way on how to get the Smile users to eat the dango is by having the already tamed gifters like Speed, Gazelleman and Daifugo offer the dangos to the other Smile users. We see Gazelleman in this chapter, but I wonder where his partner in crime is at right now. I'm talking about the mighty Batman, who definitely has the potential to decide this war. Jokes aside, then we have a brief flashback on how Tama got to Onigashima in the first place. She took a ride on Speed's ship to Onigashima, which yeah, it's technically an enemy ship like Tama said, but considering it's captained by Speed, I personally wouldn't consider it an enemy ship, but that are just semantics at this point. We see Tama produce a ton of Kibidangos in order to help the Alliance to bring down Kaido and Orochi. After that we see how Gazelleman and Daifugo are feeding the other Smile users. With that, we're through the most boring part of the chapter. Now let's cover more interesting stuff, like the Frankie and Sasaki fight. We see Frankie use his weapons on Sasaki, but they don't have any effect on him. While Sasaki rams General Frankie in its Triceratops form, which also doesn't have any effect on General Frankie. This is truly a battle of the tanks, with neither side having injured the other so far. But this isn't a one-on-one as Sasaki uses his armed corpse to hold General Frankie so he can attack him without worry. This is one of the rare occasions where we see that the Smile users aren't a complete joke, as they have enough strength to hold General Frankie down without him being able to shake them down. Now this doesn't change the fact that the Smile users are the biggest disappointment in Kaido's crew, as they really are just joke characters that Oda created just so he could have fun in drawing the most wacky of character designs. Moving on, before Sasaki manages to strike General Frankie, help arrives in the form of a crying Usopp and a crying Nami, who are running away from a mob of Smile users. You really couldn't ask for a better reinforcement than two crybabies being chased by a mob. Now, having said that, things are not how they seem, as Usopp and Nami, who had an Oscar-worthy performance, revealed that the whole mob of Smile users are under Tama's control, who proceeds to free General Frankie, and they succeed in that. Frankie manages to dodge the charging Sasaki in the nick of time. Sasaki is confused on what is going on right now as his allies are turning on him. Then the energetic duo of Ulti and Page 1 shows up. We see Page 1 besides Ulti, as we didn't see him last chapter. I assumed that he could be a potential candidate that attacked the storeroom where Yamato and Momo were, but clearly it is not the case, as it is shown that he was always besides Ulti, like the obedient little brother that he is. Ulti doesn't waste any time and goes to attack Nami and the others, but Nami was prepared for an attack as she counters with her Thunder Lance tempo and fries Ulti. Ulti goes down, but as Nami mentions that the attack wasn't nearly enough strong to keep her down for good. Well, if she still had Zeus, she could probably produce a thunderbolt strong enough to defeat Ulti. But as she doesn't have Zeus, she needs to get creative in how to take down Ulti. Or she could always go up on the roof and kindly ask Big Mom if she could lend her Zeus for a bit. It doesn't hurt to ask, maybe Big Mom will be in a mood to share, or maybe she will just try to kill Nami instead. But if the price is Zeus, I think this gamble is worth it. Meanwhile, Usopp shoots the Kibidangos into the mouths of the gifters to create more allies, who then proceeds to follow Tama, Usopp and Nami on Komachio. While his armored corpse changes side, on the side of this, Saseki lets his guard down, which doesn't get noticed by Frankie, who uses his sword to throw Saseki on his back and then slashes on his belly. Frankie draws the first blood in this fight with his attack, and potentially that is the way he should fight from now on, as it seems that Sasaki's belly is nowhere near as tough as the rest of his body, so it could be the perfect weak spot for Frankie to target. Then we move on to see how Sanji is doing. Well, to say that he is in a bint is an understatement. Sanji is caught in Black Maria's webs all blooded. As she compliments Sanji how strong he is, it's shown that Sanji destroyed every male subordinate of Black Maria's, but he couldn't touch the female subordinate as well as Black Maria herself, which ultimately led to him getting captured, like we all expected this to turn out. Black Maria tells Sanji to call Robin as she has business with her. It seems that Big Mom isn't the only one who's after Robin, as Black Maria states that Kaido ordered her to capture Robin as well. Sanji asks why they want Robin. I'm not so sure why he asked that in the first place, as it should be quite obvious why they want Robin. Black Maria goes on a little tangent on how they will torture Robin to get what they want from her. And then Sanji has a similar moment like the other Straw Hat crew members when they say that Luffy will be the Pirate King. Sanji in the same manner tells Black Maria that she shouldn't underestimate Robin, which is quite epic. No, Oda, I beg you, give Robin her one-on-one fight that she deserves. We've been waiting for over 700 chapters, for more than 18 years since Robin had her last one-on-one with Yomo, so please make Robin against Black Maria a reality. Robin deserves to show what she can do after all those years of waiting, so please Oda, make it happen. Then we shift focus again on those characters that have the eye symbol on their heads. We get more insight on how this power works. As for the origin of this power, is it devil fruit related or something else? It's still not explained. But what we do find out is that the characters with the symbol are connected like a network, in which they see what the others see and they also hear what the others hear. So it works both like a really good communication system and a surveillance system. But what I'm really interested in is the origin of this power. I hope we learn about it sooner rather than later. We see how this power is in action when Bao Huang finds the Akazaya samurai and reports it immediately to King, who says that he can't deal with them as he is busy right now with fighting Marco. King doesn't look like he suffered any damage so far, but it's understandable as he's clad all in black, so it is hard to see any damage if it isn't something major. King gives this task to Black Maria to go after the Akazaya samurai, as she is the closest to their location. The Akazaya samurai are on the second floor in the treasury room, while Black Maria is on the third floor, so yeah, they are not that far away from her. As the last scene of the chapter, we have a warning from Bao Huang to Black Maria as she counts that there are 10 people in the room, but she can't see clearly who the 10th person is, as it is dark in the room. We again see how this strange eye ability works, as it is a mouse with the eye symbol in the room where the Akazaya samurai are, who realize this visual information to Bao Huang, which makes this ability more intriguing, as even animals can use it or be used by it. As for who is helping the samurai tending to their wounds, I'm assuming from the silhouette we got it could be two characters, and those are Fukurokujo and Enel. The reason why I'm saying this is that in the silhouette we see has elongated earlobes, or at least I see it that way from the silhouette. And the only two characters with that character design are Fukurokujo and Enel, if I'm not forgetting someone, but I believe I'm not. As for who out of those two it could be, it's 99% Fukurokujo, as we saw him leave the battlefield all those chapters ago. Everyone believed that he left to aid Orochi, but apparently it's not the case, as it seems that Denjiro, aka Kyoshiro, wasn't the only high-ranking member in Orochi's army who was loyal to Kozuki. Personally, I didn't care too much about Fukurokujo, so it really doesn't matter to me if he really was a double agent all this time. I'm more hoping that it's not the case and that what looks like an ear loop in the silhouette is something completely different, or it's an L, no matter how much it doesn't make sense for him to be there, and how much I don't like him as a character. I really rather have it be revealed that he's the one helping the samurai rather than Fukurokujo. I say revealed, but I also expected that Kaido's hybrid form will be revealed this week, but it didn't come to that. So perhaps we won't see who it is either next time. But for this reveal, if it happens, we will have to wait 2 weeks, as we have a break next week. All in all, this was a weaker chapter, definitely the weakest in this year so far. I'm happy that we got this Kibidango stuff over with, so we can move on. Of the interesting things, I'm really intrigued with the power the carriers with the eye symbol possess, and I'm looking forward to explore it more in the future. The most hyped from this chapter is the potential Robin against Black Maria fight. As I said it before, please Oda, make it happen. And lastly, regarding the mysterious helper at the end, I'm really hoping it's not Fukurokujo, but it's probably him, which isn't a bad plot twist, but rather this cliffhanger with the way Oda set it up, that it has to be him. Let's wait and see, maybe Oda surprises us, or maybe not, we'll see it probably in 2 weeks. And that will be all for this video. If you like this video, leave a like, leave your thoughts in the comments below, or subscribe to the channel for more One Piece content as well as other manga content, and until next time, take care.